Hi, and welcome everyone to a new episode of our Talk to the Expert series of webinars, where we typically discuss about technology and product features focusing in our Barbara platform. Today we are going to discuss about how to inject industrial data into AVEVA Connect, and how easy it is to do this with Barbara. And for that, I'm having with me David Purón, our CEO at Barbara. So, hi, David, how are you doing?
Hi, Juan. All good. Thanks for having me here.
Great. So, I guess the first question is, what exactly is AVEVA Connect and what is it used for?
Well, I guess everybody who has been working with the industrial world is familiarized more or less with AVEVA. AVEVA is a very, very well-known manufacturer of industrial software. They have been developing or acquiring different products. So they manufacture SCADA solutions. They bought, for example, the Wonderware SCADA time ago. They developed also the OSI Pi, which is also kind of an industrial database. So last April, AVEVA announced in the Hanover Messe the AVEVA Connect platform, which is their unified platform that collects all these different tools that they have. So now, if you want to work with AVEVA, with any product from AVEVA, you need to have an AVEVA Connect account. And then there are like cloud products, there are like on-premise products, but all goes through this big platform that is called AVEVA Connect. So it's basically the new industrial data platform from AVEVA, which is collected by which is done by collecting many of the tools that they had in the past.
I see. And what, in your opinion, what are the challenges that industrial companies typically have when trying to use and connect and configure AVEVA Connect?
Well, they are the same challenges that you may encounter when you work with any other industrial platform. So these are not challenges that are exclusive to AVEVA, but to any industrial IoT platform. The challenges come when you have to inject data from multiple and distributed sources. So if you have to inject data from a single data point, which is very well located in a factory, it's very simple because you just go, then you put there the data capturing device and you configure it, and that's it. But if you have to do this for distributed environments, whether this is a very large factory with different data collection points, or whether this is distributed environments like energy substations, water treatment plants, things where the data is really, really distributed. First of all, you need to put or to install a lot of data capturing devices. But after that, then you have to configure all these data capturing devices. And by configuring, I mean installing an operating system, hardening that operating system, configuring the data acquisition software, different protocols, different IPs, different registers, then configure the connection between this device to the cloud device, to the cloud platform, in this case AVEVA, making it secure. Then if you have any problem and you need to change configurations in all the devices, then you need to go one by one. So it's all about scaling when you need to inject data from multiple sources. And this is exactly what we try to avoid with Barbara. So just as an example, if you need to capture data from, let's say, 8 to 10 factories or 8 to 10 locations and inject it into AVEVA Data Cloud, without Barbara, it can take weeks or even months. And with Barbara, we can do it in a matter of minutes. And we reduce the human efforts, we enhance the security, we enhance the consistency, scalability, and everything.
Great. So let's see how we can do this with Barbara.
Yeah, let's do a quick demo of that. So I'm sharing my screen, and what you are seeing in my screen is the AVEVA Connect platform, and in particular a service which is called AVEVA Data Hub, which is a sequential database. So now it's empty. So let's imagine that you want to inject data from 5 or 6 data locations here. So all I have to do here is entering into my Barbara account. So I see here the locations that I can manage. In this case, these are locations that are some of them in Paris and some of them in Bilbao. All I have to do is to select the locations where I want data from, and then go to the Barbara Marketplace and use the EDS AVEVA Connector application. So this is the application I'm going to deploy to inject data into the AVEVA Data Cloud. So I can use my AVEVA credentials here, and then I can also select what are the protocols that I want to use. In this case, I'm going to be using Modbus. I'm going to be reading to Modbus register 8010 and 8030, and I'm going to mark them with 2 tags. One is RPM and the other is temperature. So I can have this JSON prepared up front, and I can send this JSON to the locations. And then
this is something you configure for your specific needs in terms of data capturing, right?
Yes, but the good thing is that you configure it once and then you deploy it in many, right? So as you can see, AVEVA EDS connector is now green. And if I go to my Data Hub and I recharge, I can see now the new variables that are being read. And I can also view the data here that is being read, the temperature. I can see here a peak. So this process that I've done in just 3 or 4 clicks, if you don't have Barbara, you need to go through every device, every data collection point, and install an operating system, configure a Modbus connector, harden the device, configure the connectivity with AVEVA, hardening the connectivity with AVEVA, open firewall ports, many things that can take days per location. In this case, you do it once, distributed all over the locations, and then the data magically appears in AVEVA Data Connect. So this is basically moving a process from weeks or months to just clicks.
Great. So that's really cool. It's really straightforward to do this. So this application that you have just deployed, the EDS AVEVA connector, you mentioned that is part of our marketplace, right?
Yes. So Barbara has a marketplace of applications. I can show it very quick here. It has a marketplace of applications with different type of applications like MLflow, Graphite, Grafana, and FluxDB, MQTT brokers. AVEVA EDS is one of them. And one of the benefits is that once you have the EDS on the device and you are capturing data, in this case, using Modbus temperature data and RPM, then you can use other applications from the marketplace to do logic. So I can, for example, let's say that I want to install now in every Node-RED. So I can deploy Node-RED. It will take a few seconds, but now I have also Node-RED. I can go to the device IP. I can see the VPN on here. So this is another interesting feature. If I have the VPN on, I can remotely log in or access the device from the Barbara panel directly. But now I can see I have a Node-RED here. So I can use the Node-RED to create applications using the data that is being captured by the EDS connector. So if you want to, not only if you want to inject data into Data Connect, but if you want to build applications in the edge around this data, Barbara is extremely helpful. And I've done it with Node-RED, but I can do it with Grafana, MQTT brokers, influx databases, whatever you need. So connecting EDS with other applications with Barbara is really, really simple.
Great. Is there any technical limitation in terms of the number of applications you can install?
No, no, there are no limitations. It obviously depends on the hardware that you use. So Barbara is hardware agnostic. So we support, as you can see here, we support a lot of nodes of different performance from this, let's say, like Raspberry Pis for lab test and very small performance to really powerful devices from Dell, Schneider, NVIDIA, even with GPUs. And we also have the virtual devices. So the number of applications that you can deploy really depends on the underlying hardware. But the good thing is that Barbara abstracts you from the underlying hardware. So same operation goes for deploying these applications in an NVIDIA device, than an Advantech device, than a virtual machine. It doesn't matter. You just manage the Dockers the way Barbara does in a hardware agnostic way. I think you're on mute, Juan.
Yeah, I was on mute. Thanks. Now I was saying that that's great from the technical point of view. I see there's no limitation.
Sorry, I forgot to mention is about security. So everything in Barbara is built with cybersecurity by design. So starting from the device operating system to the connectivity between the panel and the applications, the connectivity between the applications and AVEVA Connect in that case. So everything is designed according to IEC 62443. So if you want to do this without Barbara, without the Network Management and Orchestration platform, you need to build all the security around yourself. So having this security in all the operations, the control plane, and also the data plane, it's also something that is very valued by our partners.
Great. That was really a differentiation point in terms of having that cybersecurity. From the commercial perspective, is there? I mean, we have users that have Barbara subscription, a license. Does this include the license or the subscription to AVEVA Connect?
No. If you remember when I have deployed the EDS here, let me go again. When I have deployed the EDS here, I had to put here a user and a password. So this is something that you need to get from your AVEVA subscription. So these are separate words. You need to have an AVEVA subscription, and then with Barbara subscription, you can deploy your AVEVA easily and with less errors and in a more scalable way. But you need to have an AVEVA subscription, the same way that you need to have, for example, if you want to deploy Grafana Enterprise. Grafana is free, but if you want to use Grafana Enterprise, then you need to subscribe with Grafana. So Barbara is an edge management and orchestration platform, but the applications that are managed sometimes require separate licenses, like this case.
Okay, that was really good. I'm checking if there is any questions apart from what I already asked, but I don't see any in the chat. So I guess that's all from our side. The goal for this kind of the webinars, is to be right to the point and talk about one specific topic or one specific feature, product feature. So thanks, David, for everything. Is there anything you want to add?
No, thank you very much. Hopefully that's been interesting for everybody, especially system integrators and customers who are already thinking in deploying AVEVA or have deployed AVEVA and need to start collecting data from different locations. So hopefully it has been interesting. And if you need more information on how to do this, or you need any help, feel free to contact us in barbara.tech.
Yeah, we have open forms there to reach us, but you can also send us a mail to info@barbara.tech if you have any question related to this specific feature or anything else related with the platform. So thanks, David, for your time, and thank you everyone for attending this short meeting, this short webinar, and see you next time in another chapter of Talk to the Expert web series.
See you. Thanks, everybody. Bye-bye.
Bye.